Hi guys, so today I'll be taking you through types of fractions. This is going to serve as an introduction to the topic of fractions. So I just wanted to break down what fractions are so that it's easier for us to progress through the various types of fractions, how to multiply, divide, add, subtract, fractions, and other operations we can carry out on fractions. So first of all, fractions are numbers that represent part of a whole, and there are three types of fractions. So the first and the most common type of a fraction is a proper fraction. So for a proper fraction, there is a numerator and there is a denominator. So the numerator is smaller than the denominator, and the denominator represents the whole sum, and the numerator is the portion of the whole sum that we will be focusing on, or the portion of the whole sum that will be in question. And then we have improper fractions. So in proper fractions, in this case, the numerator is larger than the denominator. And these would be improper fractions. So as you can see in the example there's 3 over 2, 11 over 4, and 18 over 8. These are improper fractions. And then we have mixed numbers. So mixed numbers, that's when you have a whole number and a fraction. So this is a combination of the two, right? So it's also good that for us to note that you can write improper fractions as mixed numbers. You can convert improper fractions to mixed numbers. So for example, as you can see on the lower half of the poster, I have a pictorial representation of 2 and 3/4. So as you can see, we have 2 wholes, and then the second rectangle we've only shaded out 3/4 because that is the 3/4 that we have. So 2 wholes and 3/4, or I prefer calling it 3/4, right? So then to write them all, or to write everything only as one fraction, we can then convert everything into fourths. So then we see that in the first whole we'll have 4/4. In the second whole we'll have another 4/4, and then we're gonna add all of those things together. So we're gonna have 4 plus the other 4 to make 8, plus 3 to make 11, which means that we then have 11 over 4. So we add all parts of the original mixed number that we had to get 11 over 4. So that's how we can rewrite our mixed number into an improper fraction. And then we can also do the same, converting a improper fraction back to a mixed number. So we do this very simply. In this example, we have 8 over 3, right? So when we have 8 over 3, we realize that we have how many whole numbers can we get out of the improper fraction 8 over 3. So we can get a 3 over 3 and another 3 over 3. So we do this by, as graphically shown, we first take out the first 3 over 3. So 3/3 over 3/3, we first take that out, and then we realize that we're still left with 5/3. Then we take out the second 3 over 3, or the second 3/3. So then we realize that we can have 2 whole numbers and be left with, and the mixed number will be left with 2/3. So if we add that together, we'll get 2 and 2/3. Another way you can do this is by breaking down the fraction as a sum of whole numbers, which is what I was trying to explain. And then you break it down until you get a proper fraction, and then you add everything together after breaking down the improper fraction. Also, a faster method, when you get the hang of it, is you can divide 3 into 8, and then you'll get a 2, and then you'll get a remainder 2. So that remainder then becomes your numerator, and you maintain the same denominator of 3. That is the fastest way to attack this. But I've just broken it down in steps so that you understand the concept. Most definitely, as we go further into the course, we will be using that method because it's faster, and obviously you'll be able to mentally visualize what we're trying to get at. So it'll be also easier on you, and you're less likely to make mistakes if you have to break down the whole improper fraction. It'll save you time, and you're less likely to make mistakes if you can simply just divide 3 into 8, get a 2, and then use the remainder as a numerator. I hope that has been clear. So after this, please download the worksheet. That is part of the course material, and try and go through it and see how that goes. Thank you, guys. I hope to see you in the next lesson. Cheers.